And now I'm going to share my screen.
Yes.
Okay, so welcome everyone. My name's Nicole. I'm the community advocate here at Lifespin. And I hope this workshop is helpful for you guys. And please save your questions till the end, and I'll be sure to answer them. And let's get started. Discretionary benefits for new moms. So what is discretionary benefits? Discretionary benefits is a division of Ontario Works, and the Discretionary Benefits Program is in place to provide financial assistance to those who meet established income eligibility criteria for items and services related to their health, safety, and physical well-being. It applies to all lenders that meet an established financial eligibility, and an application process exists to determine eligibility and verification of need. So who can get discretionary benefits? Anyone who is on Ontario Works or the Ontario Disability Support Program, low-income folks and families with an income cutoff of $18,656 a year for a single person, and for a two-person household, they cannot be making any more than $22,706 a year. These are the income cutoffs for which you will be eligible for discretionary benefits. So if you are just a single person and you make over this amount, you will not be eligible for discretionary benefits. And the same is if you're in a two-person household. If you and your wife or you and your husband make more than $22,706 a year, you will not be eligible for discretionary benefits. But if you make under this, then you'll be just fine. So what discretionary benefits are available for new moms? There is a benefit called the Baby Layette benefit, which is $350 that is directly issued to you for a crib and a car seat. $200 for a crib and $150 for a car seat. Now, if you are on Ontario Works or ODSP, this money will be directly put into your account by your caseworker. If you are not on Ontario Works or ODSP, you will be mailed a voucher to purchase these items at Babies R Us. So how do you receive this benefit? Like I said, the money will be issued directly to your by your caseworker to purchase these items. And no estimate is required for these items, but a pregnancy allowance form needs to be on file. And I will go more into what a pregnancy allowance form is in a few slides. So when can you receive the Baby Layette benefit? As soon as you're in your third trimester. To confirm that you're in third trimester, your caseworker will just take a look at your pregnancy allowance form, because at the bottom of the pregnancy allowance form, it has your expected due date. So from there, they can gather that you're in your third trimester. They may ask for confirmation by having your doctor, midwife, or other healthcare provider write a note confirming you're in your third trimester. But this is usually just for folks who are not on social assistance. If you are on Ontario Works or ODSP, it can be gathered from just looking at your pregnancy allowance form that you are in your third trimester. So how do you apply for this benefit? If you're on Ontario Works or ODSP, you can contact your caseworker directly by email or by phone and requesting the Baby Layette benefit. Or you can contact me, sign a few consent forms, and I will fax your caseworker or discretionary benefits, and that's for people who are not on social assistance, to request the benefit on your behalf. They will likely follow up with you to confirm that you will indeed be receiving this benefit, or you will receive a letter from Ontario Works telling you this. So what if you don't have a pregnancy allowance form on file? This is no problem. We're gonna contact your caseworker directly by email or by phone and request they mail you a pregnancy allowance form. So you can do that on your own, or if you prefer, you can contact me. I'll have you sign a few consent forms, and I'll contact your caseworker and request that they mail you a pregnancy allowance form. You and your doctor or midwife will need to fill out parts of the application before you can mail it back to your caseworker. And please note the pregnancy allowance is only available to folks on Ontario Works and ODSP. So what is the procedure? Oh no, I think this slide is, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to go back to that slide. It's out of order. So what is the procedure for non-social assistance folks who would like to receive the baby layouts benefit? So I will give you a call, and with the information you give me, I'll fill out an application for discretionary benefits for non-social assistance recipients. We will need proof of income, copies of ID for family members in the household, kids too, and proof of London address. And I will fax in the application and the copies of the ID, proof of income, and proof of London address into discretionary benefits. We will also need proof that you are in your third trimester. So this could be an ultrasound, it could be a note written by your midwife or your doctor. We're going to need that too, so that we can establish that you are in your third trimester and you're eligible for this benefit. After I fax that into discretionary benefits, they review your application and establish your eligibility. If you're approved, you'll receive a letter from discretionary benefits about more details and when and how you can expect to receive the benefit. Like I said, non-social assistance folks will get a voucher mailed to them for Babies R Us to purchase the car seat and the crib. If you're denied, you'll receive a letter in the mail outlining the reasons of why you're ineligible. Expect it to take 7 to 14 business days before you're approved or receive any word from discretionary benefits. If you're worried about the status of your application, you can call me or email me, and I will ask for an update on your behalf. Okay, now we're going to go back. So here again are just the steps for folks who are not on social assistance to receive the baby layouts benefit. Step 1, contact me by phone or email. Step 2, I will mail or email some consent forms for you to sign. And step 3, you'll need to send me pictures by email or copies by mail of the following: ID for all household family members, proof of income, proof of London address, and confirmation of being in your third trimester. Okay, so now we're moving on to the pregnancy allowance form. What is the pregnancy allowance form? When an applicant or recipient of Ontario Works or ODSP is pregnant, she is provided with an application for pregnancy, breastfeeding nutritional allowance. This is to be completed by an approved healthcare professional to confirm that she is pregnant. Approved health professionals are required to sign and date the application form. You will receive extra money to help with the cost of nutrition and food security while you're pregnant, and you can also receive it as long as you are breastfeeding. So the maximum amount provided, this is how much you'll receive for the pregnancy allowance. Standard amount is $40 a month. but you can get $50 a month if an approved healthcare professional confirms that you require a lactose intolerant diet. The pregnancy breastfeeding nutritional allowance is not paid in combination with a special diet. This means if you have a special diet allowance, you can also receive the pregnancy allowance at the same time. One does not cancel out the other. So what happens after the doctor is done filling out the application? Step 1, you send the forms back to Ontario Works. This can be done by mail, fax, or dropping it off in person. You should hand it in as soon as possible so you can start receiving the benefit as soon as possible. If you would like me to fax it for you on your behalf, I can do that, but you'll have to drop off the form to me in person, or you can scan it on your phone and I can send it, and you can send it by email to me. I cannot accept pictures of the application. It must be scanned or dropped off to me in person, and I will fax it to your caseworker on your behalf. Expect to receive word about the issuing of the pregnancy allowance within 5 to 7 business days, and you will see that amount added onto your next check. So, important reminders for the pregnancy allowance form. Backdating the form is not permitted. So your signature, the date of your signature cannot be a date earlier than the date the application was issued to the applicant or recipient. So if you receive the form after the doctor said that you should be getting the pregnancy allowance, you can't backdate it to the day that your doctor said that. It'll just have to be dated the day that you received the form. The month in which the approved healthcare professional confirms that the nutritional allowance is required is the month in which the approved health professional confirms the pregnancy, and not the date that the approved health professional tells the woman that she is pregnant, unless the application is completed in the same calendar month. So if the completed form is submitted to Ontario Works in a month following the month which the form was issued, the nutritional allowance is paid retroactively. So you will get the money that you missed for the months previous, and the allowance will be paid in full each month as long as you need it. So here's a picture of the pregnancy allowance form. It's not great. I'm sure you guys can't really see it. It's kind of blurry, but I do have a copy that I can show you guys after the presentation. But the top part there, it says Section 1, to be completed by the applicant. So that's just your name, your date of birth, your Ontario Works or ODSP member ID. And then Section 2 and 3 are to be completed by the healthcare professional. So my contact information, if you guys want to write this down, or I can email it to you guys afterwards. My phone number, 519-438-8676, and my extension is 102. My email is life@execulink.com. You have to fill out an intake form to receive assistance before I can help. So you can find this on the Lifespan website. You go under Lifespan programs, and then you hit Community Advocate, and then it'll bring you to that page. You scroll down and you hit the button that says Intake Form for New Clients. Fill that out, and I'll contact you in 1 to 2 business days, and we'll get that process started for you to receive the baby layette benefit. And now I will take any questions if you guys have any. I am going to stop my share for now. Did anyone have any questions about the baby layup benefit or how to receive it or the pregnancy allowance form? You guys can also use the chat if you don't want to go on camera. I'll keep an eye on the chat too. Is anyone already receiving the pregnancy allowance from Ontario Works?
Hi, Nicole. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Saja Sawan.
Oh, hi, Saja.
Hi, Saja. I'm good, thank you. So, last week or 2 weeks ago, you applied for me to Dictionary Benefits, right? So I didn't get anything from them. So in this situation, you will follow them or what I have to do?
Did you get a letter from them?
Not yet.
Okay. It can take up to 2 weeks to go over the application. So if you want, I can fax them, ask them for an update.
Yes, please.
Okay. I will do that. One.
هذا بيحكي عربي هون؟
يس أنا بحكي عربي.
بس بدي ما فهمت عليها شو بدها؟
عم بتقول إنه في Dictionary Benefit هذه بيعطوكي مساعدات ليشتروا لك الكاسيت الكريب والسترولر تبعت البيبي يعني. فهي بتقول لك إنه حكت الخطوات اللي فيكي أنت بتعمليها لحتى تاخدي هاي البنفيت، هاي الشغلات يعني لإلك، أو فيكي هي تعمل لك إياهم، يعني زي تعمل لك إياهم نيابة عنك.
فيها تعمل لي إياهم هي؟
يس، رح تبعت لك إذا أوكي بدك هذه الطريقة فيها تعمل لك إياهم. بس في ساين، في يعني أوراق رح تبعت لك إياهم عن طريق الإيميل، بدك توقع عليهم في شغلات بدك
إيه عادي إذا هيك
تعطي لها إياهم زي الهيلث